What is the status of the peace talks presently?
Peace talks are now on the way. They have not finished yet. We are waiting for the results. So I cannot provide you with more information. So they are lasting for quite many hours already.
What is the basic demand of Ukraine at this juncture? Is it a cessation of hostilities? Is that the first step towards anything meaningful?
The demand of Ukraine is clear: to get out from our land. All military forces of aggressors should leave our land. That's our demand. We are a peaceful nation and we want peace. We will never surrender, and we are ready to fight on our land.
Right. Tatiana Kokareva, is that not a reasonable demand, that there are people dying, despite the fact that Russia says that it's targeting only infrastructure and military facilities? There is video, for example, from Kharkiv, where even the center of Kharkiv has been targeted. Therefore, if the Ukrainians at this juncture are saying that, look, please stop all firing at this juncture as a first step, is that not an acceptable way forward?
Well, look, it's not for me or you, or with all due respect, my Ukrainian, vis-a-vis, to decide. That's up for the Russian side in the negotiations. I'm a journalist just like you are. And speaking of those, the video, if I'm not mistaken, and what you're talking about, I've seen those videos. Yeah, that's not it. That's a forest. The center of Kharkiv, and we've seen the pictures of the Ukrainian side putting Grad missile launchers into that center of Kharkiv, it's again the Russian side has maintained that the main goal is not to get any more civilian casualties. Again, we've seen moves that can't really be described as, Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say
No, go ahead. Carry on with what you're saying. Cannot be... Go
yes,
ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Goncharenko. Go ahead, yes.
Unfortunately, putting missile rocket launchers into residential areas, that by definition is not the way to make it possible to have fewer civilian casualties. Again, we're talking about tactics that we've normally seen.
So you're accusing the Ukrainian side of having heavy weaponry in residential areas. Is that what you're saying?
We're not accusing anybody of anything. We have pictures of it. Pictures that people from Kharkiv...
Let me get Mr. Goncharenko to respond to that. Mr. Goncharenko, the assertion being made is that perhaps there are... Yeah, go ahead.
From Russian media. That's what is it, Sputnik?
She is from the Russian media, that's right. But she makes the point that there is weaponry deployed even by your side in residential areas. Is that correct? Yes or no?
No, it's definitely not correct. But I'm quite shocked with the way of speaking at all. That is our territory, our cities, and your artillery is firing at the cities. We are living people. What you're speaking about? What's staying? I'm here with the Kalashnikov because of you, just to fight with occupants, Russians, because you are killing our children and killing us. So maybe because I have Kalashnikov in my hands, you need to put a Grad here, or artillery should kill me because I want to defend myself. Well, I can't understand even the way of thinking. What these people are saying. We have our sovereign country. We have our sovereign territory. Shame on you. You should say that you are ashamed of what your government is doing. Oh, you are ones who is supporting it. So you are a real Nazi to do this. Genocide in the 21st century. Let's go and look at the eyes of children that you killed, of women that sitting in thousands in shelters and metro. And you are sitting and saying something, oh, maybe they put something somewhere. It's a shame. It's a complete shame and a bullshit.
All right, let's get Tatiana to respond to that. Tatiana, is this not a crying shame that an invasion has been taking place in this manner? Yes.
I am appalled at this, and this is something that you would expect disrespect from the Ukrainian side, you know, waving Kalashnikov on air and accusing somebody. Again, we've seen the pictures, even the pictures
but
that
do
are
they have
shown
a
by
choice
the
at this
Ukrainian
stage?
side.
Their land has been invaded.
Again, well, is that the reason to wave a Kalashnikov on air? Seriously?
Yes, seriously, because
but he says he has to defend himself. He doesn't have a
20
choice.
kilometers from Kiev, and I'm a member of the parliament, civilian person. I'm prepared to defend my city and my parliament, and I have no other choice. What your army is doing in 20 kilometers from Kiev, they just destroying towns to towns. You're attacking people. You're shooting at kindergartens, at hospitals, at schools.
That's a lie.